Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera students. Today we will discuss on topic 8, communication and networks. Okay, apart from this PowerPoint, we will also be looking at the text reference, communication and network. Both of these documents are available in your Google Classroom. These are the learning objectives of this topic. First of all, we look at the introduction. Okay, let us look at the introduction in the text reference as well. Okay. Here you can see communication networks are the backbone of nearly every aspect of modern digital life. Yeah, because when we say modern digital life, we are talking about the communication over the internet. Okay, here for example, doctors will routinely perform surgery on patients located halfway around the world. They can do this by having internet connection and the data that transfer and move from one place to another place. So this chapter will cover mobile computing. We will be looking at the 4G and 5G of data networks, wireless networks, and also wired networks. The learning objective. Okay, in this introduction, it talks about we living in a truly connected society. We communicate worldwide. Okay, and the communication is very flexible, and how our communication system has expanded. The network technologies that we have come in many different forms. Okay, today in our discussion on this chapter, we will be looking at the different forms of communication. Okay, now we look at communication. Computer communication is the process of sharing data. The idea is about sharing data, programs, and information between two or more computers. Numerous applications depend on communication system, including all these various services like email, texting, video conferencing, and e-commerce. When we talk about connectivity in terms of computer network, we are talking about how computer networks is linking people and resources. Okay, we look here, it talks about connectivity as well. Okay, with this connection, we are linked to the world of larger computers and internet. The keyword here is link. Okay, includes hundred and thousand of web servers. Okay, able to efficiently and effectively use computers. Becomes a matter of knowing not only about connectivity through network to cell phones, but also about larger computer system and their information resources. So this information resources is the main thing of connectivity, because when we connect, we get and we gain more information. Communication system. In this diagram below here, you can see this is the basic computer or communication system. Okay, so communication system is that the one that transmit data from one location to another location. Okay, it can be wired or wireless. Okay, communication system. And the communication system, the basic components of the communication system is, you see here, sending and receiving device. Yeah, we have sending devices here. So this computer will send data, and of course at the other end you will have another computer or another device that will receive the data. Yeah, in between you have connection device, you have data transmission, specification, and communication channel. Okay, those are the four basic elements of communication system. So this is the one that you need to remember as well in this topic. Communication channel. Yeah? Communication channel. When we talk about communication channel are how data or information will go through from one location to another location, one spot to another spot. So communication channel, yeah, is saluran komunikasi. Yeah, how does, which way, yeah, does the communication data being communicated? Okay, so basically we have two categories of communication channel. The first one is physical, the next one is wireless connection. Physical connection, you can see here, yeah, mainly we have because physical connection, we look here, physical connection. So physical connection use solid medium. Yeah, use a solid medium to connect sending and receiving devices. Yeah, remember just now we have seen there's a device that send data, another device that receive data. Okay, so physical connection use solid medium. Connection include twisted pair, coaxial, and fiber optic cables. Okay, these three cables or three wire, okay, are the important basics of physical connection. Okay, so you can see twisted pair cable for telephone line, internet cables, two pairs of copper wire twisted together. So this is a twisted pair cable. Yeah, coaxial cable, yeah, is high frequency transmission cable. Okay, replace the multiple wires of telephone line into a single solid copper core. So this is the coaxial cable. Okay, in terms of number of telephone connection, a coaxial cable has over 80 times the transmission capacity, meaning that it is more powerful than a twisted pair cable. So let us look at this. Okay, let us twisted pair cable. Okay, this is how twisted pair cable looks like. Yeah, you can see there's wires inside the main wire. You will have small wires, and all these small wires are in pair and they are twisted together. So you can see here, yeah, this one is the jacket, the screen, and then smaller wire. They are twisted in pairs, so that's why they are called twisted pair wire. Okay, the next one is coaxial cable. Okay, coaxial cable, you can see there's the difference between coaxial cable and twisted pair. Coaxial cable, it has a copper core. Yeah, so this is insulation, a copper mesh, insulation, and then a copper core. So that's what we refer to as coaxial cable. Has a single solid copper core, and it is more powerful than twisted pair cable. And then the next one, yeah, fiber optic cable. Okay, so fiber optic cable, the data is not sent through electronic current, but it uses pulses of light. Yeah, it uses pulses of light. Okay, it uses light, okay, through tube of glass. Okay, so you can see here fiber optic cable. Okay, so data transmission speed of a fiber optic cable are incredible. Recently, speed of 1 petabit per second were measured. Yeah, a petabit is 1 million gigabits. So a lot of information or data can go through the fiber optic cable and in a very fast manner. Okay, so it is lighter, faster, and more reliable. Okay, so if we look at a fiber optic cable, okay, let us look at fiber optic cable. So this is how fiber optic cable would look like. Okay, so you see a copper steel wire, and it has optical fiber made by using glass in the middle. Yeah, you can see here. Okay, the core is made of glass, and this is where data is transmitted using light. Okay, so there's another diagram here with the core. Yeah, is are made of glass, and it transmit data using light. Yeah, not using electronic current. So twisted pair, coaxial cable, and fiber optic cable. So which is more powerful? So fiber optic cable is the most powerful. Which one is the most the cheapest? The cheapest is twisted pair cable. Okay, next we look at the wireless connection. So this one, just now we look at physical connection or wired connection. It is using solid medium or solid wire. Yeah, so now we look at wireless connection or wireless communication. Wireless connection do not use solid substance, yeah, to connect sending and receiving devices. Yeah, rather they move data through air. Yeah, move data through air. Yeah, melalui udara. Okay, most wireless connection use radio waves. Okay, for example, cell phones and many other internet-enabled devices use radio waves to place telephone calls or to connect to the internet. Primary technology used for wireless connection are cellular, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, microwave, WiMAX, and satellite connection. Okay, if we look at cellular communication, okay, it uses multiple antenna called cell towers. Okay, that's why it is called cellular, because the communication between one tower to another tower, one cell to another cell, to send and receive data within relatively small geographic regions. Most cell phones and other mobile devices use cellular network. Bluetooth, yeah, you are familiar with Bluetooth technology. Okay, transmit data over short distances, approximately 33 feet. Okay, so a lot of devices now use Bluetooth, including wireless headsets, printer, and also handheld device. Wi-Fi. Okay, Wi-Fi stands for wireless fidelity. Wi-Fi stands for wireless fidelity. Use high frequency radio signal to transmit data. A number of standards for Wi-Fi exists. Different standards, and you can see different standards of Wi-Fi is shown here, and it has different speed for the standard. Microwave. Microwave is actually a wave. A wave. Okay, and the thing that you need to remember when talking about microwave, it uses line of sight communication technology, meaning that it can only travel in a straight line. So microwave can only travel in a straight line and cannot be bent. Okay, so transmitted over relatively short distance. Okay, so microwave is a good medium for sending data between buildings in a city. For long distances, the wave must be relayed by means of microwave stations with microwave dishes or antenna. So this is the picture of microwave dish. Apart from that, you have WiMAX and also satellite. For further communication. Okay, you can read more about satellite, which include uplink, downlink, and how the GPS devices, global positioning system devices, use satellite in their communication. Okay, we have done this. Okay, now we look at connection devices. Okay, devices need to convert digital signal to analog signal. Okay, let us look at connection devices. Okay, at one time, nearly all computer communication used telephone lines. This was way back years ago. Computer communication used telephone lines. So you need to connect to telephone line, and then connect the telephone line to your computer in order for you to go to the or get internet connection. Okay, however, because telephone was originally designed for voice transmission, of course, telephone is for voice transmission. Telephone line also designed to carry analog signal, meaning that telephone wire, it use analog signal, which is continuous electronic waves. Okay, but computers, it use digital signals, it don't use analog signal. Okay, so if you look here, so this is analog signal, meaning that it transmit continuously. So let's say this is 1, this is 0, the value of electronic signal. So it is continuously going down, going up again, going down, and so on. But this is analog signal. If we look at digital signal, okay, here if we have 1, value of 1, and here we have value of 0. So for digital signal, represent the presence or absence of an electronic pulse, or it can be represented by binary signals of ones and zeros. So if you can look here, so this is 0 because it goes down, this is 1, yeah, this is 0, this is 1, yeah, because it comes from 0 and then it goes to 1. Okay, 1 here goes down to 0. So this is digital signal. Okay, so analog signal, digital signal, and if our computer is using telephone line to get connection or to transfer data from the internet, so it will need modem. Yeah, a modem. Okay, so modem stands for modulator, demodulator. Okay, so two parts of modulator and demodulator. So modulation, yeah, converting digital to analog. Demodulation is process of converting analog to digital signal. Okay, the speed in which modem transmit data varies. So this is called transfer rate. The faster the transfer rate, so the faster the data can move. Okay. Okay, these are typical transfer rate for a modem. Okay. Okay, this is a basic type of model. A modem. There is DSL, digital subscriber line modem. Okay, a cable modem, and also a wireless modem. Okay, we have seen this. Connection services. Let us look at connection services. For years, large corporation has been leasing, menyewa, special high-speed lines from telephone companies. Yeah, originally these were copper lines known as T1 lines that could be combined to form higher capacity option known as T3 or DS3 line. These lines have largely been replaced by a faster optic carrier lines, yeah, using fiber optics. Okay, although the special high-speed line are too costly and most individual internet service provider, remember, internet service provider are the company that give us internet connection. Yeah, for example, Cellcom, Maxis, and so on. Okay, do provide affordable connection. Yeah, for years, individual relied on dial-up services using existing telephone and telephone modem to connect to the internet. This type of service has been replaced by higher speed connection, including cellular, DSL, cable, and satellite services. Okay, cellular service provider, yeah, including in our country, are like internet service provider, yeah, TM, Cellcom, DG, Maxis. Okay, this network, they use networks, yeah, that have different generation. Okay, in our country, mostly now we are talking about the 4th generation, 4G. Okay, in future we are looking at 5G and even going towards 6G. Yeah, we all know that the 3G services has been disabled. Yeah, to get to make way for 4G, which is faster and more reliable. Okay, so this is the 1st generation, 2nd generation, 3rd generation, and 4th generation. The next one is 5th generation. Yeah, you can see here the 4th generation connection to provide faster internet access, allowing cell phone to easily stream videos and music. Yeah, so faster internet connection. 3G started capable of effective connectivity, making the beginning of widespread use of cell phone. Okay, 5G, yeah, is even faster internet connection. And also we have digital subscriber line services provided by telephone companies, okay, using telephone lines, yeah, to provide high-speed connection. We have cable services, provide cable television companies, okay, fiber optic services, new technology and not widely available yet. Okay, satellite connection services use satellite to provide wireless connection. Okay. Next, we look at data transmission. Yeah, data transmission. Okay, data transmission. Several factors affect how data is transmitted. These factors including bandwidth and protocols. So what are bandwidth and protocol? Bandwidth is the width. Yeah, so bandwidth is the width or capacity of the communication channel. So how large can the communication channel bring data or information at a given time? Okay, effectively it means how much information can move across the communication channel, okay, in a given amount of time. Okay, for example, text document, okay, it just needs a slow bandwidth. Okay, however, if we are talking about video or audio, yeah, a wider bandwidth is required. Okay, 4 categories of bandwidth: voice band, which is a low bandwidth, medium band, broadband, and baseband. Okay. Next, we look at protocols, are communication rules for exchanging data between computers. There are HTTPS and TCP/IP. Okay, let us look at the text reference. Okay. HTTPS or Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure is to protect and transfer sensitive information. Another widely used internet protocol is TCP/IP. The essential features of this protocol is identifying, sending and receiving devices, and then after it identifies the sending and receiving devices, it will need to send the data from sending to receiving devices. So this data is then break down, okay, into smaller parts, and these parts are known as packets. Okay, in your Google Classroom, I will put a connection to a YouTube video that will explain in a very short video what is packet transmission over the internet. How do you send data over the internet using packet technology? Okay, so this is identifying the sending and receiving devices, yeah, using IP address, yeah, as we have discussed before this, IP address, yeah, using also starting from the DNS, convert text-based address to IP address. Okay, and packetization, that is the first one is to identify the receiving devices, okay, by having its IP address. Remember, IP address are unique addresses for devices that is connected, devices that are connected to the internet. Yeah, and then packetization, meaning that you break down information into smaller packets yes, so that it is easier and faster to be sent over to the internet. Okay, we continue with networks. Yeah, networks, yeah, communication system that connects two or more computers so that they can exchange information and also share resources. Yes, so that is the purpose or the definition of network, so that two or more computers can exchange information and also share resources. Okay, there are various specialized term when we are talking about networks. We have nodes. So nodes are all the devices connected to a network. We have client, server share the resources, client requests and use resources. Yeah, directory, server, host, router, switch, NIC or network interface card, NOS and network administrator. Yeah, you can see a more detail up in terms of the terms, yeah, in your text reference. Okay, so now let us look at network types. Okay, here we have several network types. Different type of channel, wired or wireless, allow different kind of networks to be formed. Yeah, telephone line, for instance, may connect communication equipment within the same building or within a home. Network can also may be citywide or even international, using both cable and wireless connection. Local area, metropolitan area and wide area network are distinguished by the size of their geographic area, yeah, that they serve. Yes, so the type of network is determined by the wideness of the geography area that they provide connection. So the first one is local area network, or local area network is also known as LAN. Yeah, LAN. Okay, less than a mile. The distance is less than a mile, and they are owned and operated by individual organization. Okay, used by colleges, universities and organization to link personal computer and share printers and also other resources. So this is example of local area network. Yeah. Next is home network. In homes and apartments, okay, that individual connect the home within the network connection within the home. Wireless local area network. Okay, wireless local area network is typically referred to as wireless LAN or WLAN. Yeah, uses radio frequency, okay, to connect computers and other devices. Okay, also when we talk about wireless access or wireless connection, yeah, in a local area network, there must be hotspot, yeah, and also devices that can submit or can project internet connection. A personal area network, PAN. Okay, network that works within a very small area, your immediate surrounding, within a very small area or your immediate surrounding. Okay, connect cell phones to headset, keyboards to cell phone and so on. Yeah, this network made possible for wireless devices to interact with each other. The most popular PAN technology is Bluetooth. So Bluetooth is example of personal area network. Yeah, so meaning that when you use a Bluetooth device with your computer or with your phone, you are actually already setting up a personal area network. Okay, MAN, Metropolitan Area Network, up to 100 miles. Okay, frequently used to link between office buildings that are located throughout a city. Okay, Wide Area Network. Wide Area Network, or WAN. Okay, countrywide or worldwide. This network provide access to regional service and provide typically span distance greater than 100 miles. Okay, so these are the six type of network. Okay, next let us look at network architecture. Network architecture is how network is arranged and resources are shared. Okay, first thing when we look at network architecture, we will be looking at network topology. How devices are arranged, yeah, in a network. Okay, there are various computer or network topology. The first one is bus network. Okay, bus network. Each device is connected to a common cable called a bus or backbone, and all communication and travel along this bus. And then the next one is ring network. Okay, ring network. This is ring network. Ring network. Each device is connected to two other devices. So each network, a ring network is one device, or each device is connected to another two devices. It passes around the ring until it reaches the intended destination. So this one means it provide a ring, the connection. That's why it's called ring network. So ring network. Okay, bus network, ring network, and star network. Each devices is connected directly to a central network switch. Okay, whenever a node sends a message, it is routed to the switch, which then pass the message along to the intended recipient. So it is like a star. For example, this is the center of the star, which is the switch. Yeah. So data is transmitted between the node and the switch. Yeah. So it is a star network. It goes from the middle to the outside. Next one is tree network. Each device is connected to a central node. Yeah, devices are connected to central node either directly or through one or more other devices. The central node is connected to two or more subordinate nodes that in turn are connected to other subordinate nodes and so forth, forming a tree-like structure. Okay, this network, also known as a hierarchical network, is often to share corporate view data. So you can see just like a tree, yeah, this is the root. Yeah, going down here, and so on. Yeah, you can have the tree and also the root, and also going down to the branches. Mesh network, newest type, and does not use specific physical layout. Rather, the mesh network require each node to have more than one connection to the other nodes. Okay, so this is mesh network. Okay, now let us look network strategies. Every network has a strategy or a way of coordinating the sharing of information and resources. So how does the network share the information to all the devices? So the first strategy is client-server network. Yeah, client-server network, there exists a central server that coordinate and supply the services to other nodes on the network. The server provide access to resources, yeah, and the strategy is based on the specialization. Server nodes coordinate and supply specialized services, and client nodes request the service. Yeah, so client nodes request the service. Server nodes coordinate and supply the specialized services. Commonly used a server operating system, which are Windows Server, Mac OS, X Server, Linux, and Solaris. Okay, this is client server network. Okay, so the next one is peer-to-peer network, or P2P network. Okay, so in a P2P network or peer-to-peer network, every nodes have equal authority and can act as both client and server. So for client and server, not all nodes, only server nodes will coordinate client nodes. Client node will request service. Okay, so we move to organizational network. Okay, internet technologies support effective communication between organization. Okay, one of the technology used is intranet. Yeah, intranet. You can see here a private network within an organization that resembles the internet. Yeah, like public internet, intranet use browser, website, and web pages. Typical application including electronic telephone directories, email addresses, yeah, and so on. So that is intranet, private network within an organization. Extranet, on the other hand, is also a private network that connects more than one organization. The intranet just now, within an organization. So extranet goes out to other organization. Okay, for example, here an automobile manufacturer has hundreds of supplies for the parts that go into making a car. By having access to the car production schedule, supplier can schedule and deliver parts as they needed at the assembly plant. Yes, so supplier they will not wait to be called to send the supply, but they can access, or they can receive notification through the extranet. okay, from that company for them to send their supply. Okay, these are various network security, firewall, intrusion detection system, and virtual private network. Okay, network security. First of all is firewall. So what is firewall? Firewall consists of hardware and software, control the access to the company's intranet and other internal networks. So a firewall control access. Most use software or a specialist computer called a proxy server. All communication between computers, internal network, and outside will pass through this server. And by evaluating the source and the content of each communication, the proxy server decides whether it is safe to let a particular message or file pass into or out of the organization network. ISD intrusion detection system works with firewall to protect an organization network. A VPN or virtual private network is a secure private connection between a remote user and an organization internal network. Okay, the connection is heavily encrypted, and from the perspective of the user, it appears that the workstation is actually located on the corporate network. So this VPN is used, for example, when you want to withdraw your money from the bank, or you want to do online payment. So the data is connection using your data is protected using VPN, virtual private network. Okay, so a look in the future. Present seek to create the illusion that you are actually at a remote location. Early implementation mainly focus on extension of video conferencing. Yeah, but it must be real time and also be very clear. Yeah. Okay, so that's all. Okay, for our chapter this time. So topic 8, communication and network. Okay, so that's all for our video today. So thank you very much for your attention. Assalamualaikum and thank you. Goodbye.